Veep, 17 Emmy nominations, another haul for the show this year, including Best Comedy Series and, of course, Best Supporting Actor for our guest today, 5-time Emmy nominee, 2-time Emmy winner, Mr. Tony Hale.
Nice to see everybody. Thank you for having me. I like your new set.
Thank you.
It reminds me of, it's got a lot of pop of color.
You got pop of color.
A lot of pop of color. It's not blue, but did you ever, I just thought about the show Blue's Clues. Did you remember that show?
Oh, yeah.
Has like a really happy cartoon feel to it.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in New York, the lead guy of Blue's Clues, people would always think I was him, and because we looked alike. So kids would come up to me like, Blue's Clues.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
I had to just disappoint children everywhere.
Are the Emmy nomination, another one? Is this becoming just old hat to you?
No.
You wake up and you go, oh, okay, cool.
What if I did? Someone just needs to go, pop!
Yeah.
No, it never gets, it's always like, what? The fact that I'm even going to the party is super exciting. I never thought that would happen. So I never stop being excited.
Yeah.
It's a huge honor.
Look at my hands.
Gorgeous.
Look at my neck.
Oh.
Okay?
Did you know, like early in the season, Selena promises to go to Gary's 40th birthday party? Did you know the writers were going to hold Selena to that promise?
I had heard tidbits of that, and I knew that I knew it was coming up, but I didn't know the depth of the pain involved in his history.
Well, there had been little clues, I think, from years past about
his father,
Gary's father being something of a demanding sort.
Yeah, that's a kind way of saying it. But when you're there and you kind of see how his father how verbally abusive he was, and then also how codependent he was with his mother, but also like little things, how the mother would whisper something to Selena, which Gary does that. So that kind of stuff, it was fun to see how that was fleshed out.
Then we see in the finale, we see how Gary and Selena met.
Yes.
Could you have ever imagined
that?
Nope,
that was a surprise. As a candy striper getting her ice chips.
Yeah. How'd you like that candy striper uniform?
I didn't mind the uniform. The wig was a lot.
Yeah.
The wig was like full Hall & Oates 85. It was, or maybe a Kenny. What was the guy? Oh, who's the guy? He was a soap opera star, but he also was Rick Springfield.
Oh, yeah.
He was very Rick Springfield.
Yeah. Did you have the hair and makeup people?
No, I saw it and I was like, that's perfect, but it was like a flashback to my high school days.
Yeah. So they matched your yearbook photo quite well.
They found I'm sure they found my yearbook photo. There was a full southern tail back there. But it was that storyline was a big surprise for me.
What happened to the hair? Is that did they let you keep that?
Oh, my wig?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. No. Wouldn't that be sad if that was the one thing I took from the show?
You should have the bag at least, right?
Yeah, that one wig.
Yeah. There was a photo that Jason Bateman tweeted out last week. Mm-hmm. It was the Bluth House.
Yeah.
Coming next week. Are you going?
Yeah.
Starting filming next week?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm starting. I think some people are because, I think I might be. I don't know. The schedules are they're getting worked out. But even seeing that picture in the living room and just the specific fabrics, oh man, it's nostalgic. Just seeing that. I'm excited about getting back.
So excited about going back.
What I did have last time that I was the funnest was when Lucille could not smoke inside, and she used Buster to inhale the smoke and put it outside. Now that's a level of dysfunction I don't think I've ever gone in a character, of sucking the smoke out of someone's mouth and then blowing it outside.
Was that a fun?
That's sad.
Was that a difficult scene?
It was fun. I don't think my asthma loved it, but it was fun.
What's the most useless talent that you have? We know about all your many talents.
There's too many. The most useless talent I have is I'm a great nail biter. No, I actually don't ever cut my nails. I bite them.
Would you have any advice for Donald Trump's bagman?
Gary, because somebody also asked me once, what would Gary do in the administration? And I think I would be a hugger.
Yeah.
Like I think there's a lot of people that are so stoned and so detached. Maybe a good hug will knock it out of them.
A little love.
Yeah, just some affection. Maybe his bagman, I think, should just grab him out of the blue and just hold it. Just hold on. And just hug out that anger.
Is there a TV show that you're binge watching right now?
I will say I'm not much of a binge watcher.
Yeah.
Because I like the anticipation of the next episode coming. And also with dramas, if I binge, I'm just like, oh my god, it's too heavy.
And
I'm not gonna
10 episodes of The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh my god. Come on.
Yeah. Where would you be at the end of those 10 hours?
Crying
Yeah.
and drunk. Well, I can't think of anything I've binge watched. Oh,
It's
I know what
okay.
I'm doing.
The
I'm
answer
binge
is
watching
none of the above.
the season 4 of Arrested right now. I'm on season 6, just to kind of get back into the story. So that's what I'm
Okay.
binging right now.
Okay.
And so many things I missed.
If you could go back on any classic TV show and be cast in it,
Carol Burnett show.
you'd just like to be one of those players,
That would be.
like right in between Tim Conway and Harvey Korman.
And I would be worse than Harvey Korman when it comes to breaking. He would have me at everything he does, because Tim Conway, man, is just one of the funniest men, and I would love to, oh man, I could, and I always love watching the outtakes, because they have
Right,
all these
yeah.
outtakes, and anytime, I don't know why more of that's not done, because just that moment when granted, you obviously can't do that in a drama, because it takes you out. But in a comedy, to watch someone break on camera is so funny to me, and it's so real, and just like, and also the tension of trying to hold it in and then you can't hold it in. Man, there needs to be more of that, I think.
What would we see in Veep outtakes?
They don't release them for some
What
reason.
would we see if we
Just
did?
me breaking all the time.
Yeah.
Literally.
So you're a breaker. You're
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very unprofessional.
And what gets you the most?
Julia just constantly makes me laugh, and and the writing makes me laugh. Like what they give us to write, what they give us to say, and then hearing somebody else say it, I just think it's so funny. And I've said this before, but Julia sang to me once, because I was breaking on in a scene on camera, and she turned to me and she says, "Tony, you know you're not watching the show, you're in the show."
Right.
And I was like, but it's a funny show.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
give
a
it
good
that.
one.
It's a good one.
Gets Emmy nominations year after year.
I mean, but I don't know. It's just, it makes me laugh really hard.
Last question. Do you remember your first acting job, professional?
Yeah. My first acting, when I got paid, was I was studying some acting in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and it was for the Virginia Pilot Ledger newspaper, and it was a commercial. And I remember I'm sitting on a bench acting quirky and dumb, and it was just like a local commercial, and I got paid for it, and I just could not believe it.
But did you learn anything from this job that you took with you professionally?
Virginia, for that one,
Yeah.
probably just shut my mouth, because I think I probably just couldn't stop talking, and I was just like, isn't this great? Isn't it? And like people behind the camera were just like, can we just get going? And then I think my next gig was I was playing the nutty professor at a water museum, and I would come out and do experiments for the kids and wear a crazy wig and be like, hey kids, da da da, and I was paid for that, and I was very excited. But I do remember it was a theme park. It was a water museum, but people thought it was a water park, and they'd always come in bathing suits and be very disappointed. So I don't think they wanted to see me. So I was like, hey, I got some experiments. And they're like, where's the water slide? And I was like, sorry,
Yeah.
got nothing for you.
It's like
But
the
there's some
Blues-
sharks to pet
I'm
over
not
there
the
if you
Blues
want.
Clues guy. I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of disappointment. Bye, 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 bye.